still on the house show circuit, still Shotgun Saturday Night. I've unlocked Sunday Night Heat, so I've not made it to pay-per-view yet, but that's okay. And I've now got a singles match against Kurgan, so I can find out if he has his Oddities theme music. Awesome. It is. I'm surprised this song's in the game, honestly. Look at this big goofball dancing his way to the ring. What a crazy dance. I can't believe this song's in the game because this song was completely scrubbed off the WWE network for copyright because it's a legit Insane Clown Posse song. Who it's but artists I'm not necessarily huge fans of, but um, I'm surprised that this made it to the game. I'm glad it did. That's pretty cool.
You will be mine, mine, all mine.
I'm not gonna stop till I cut your head in.
Well, welcome back to WWF Attitude here on Retro Wrestling Reviews. I'm really enjoying all the nostalgia and all the retro wrestling video game action here. It's just a really fun game to play. I don't know if it would be a universal experience. Like if you didn't play this game when you were a kid, maybe you wouldn't enjoy it at all. But I really enjoy it, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching me play it and struggle a little bit with the controls and not being able to get the characters to quite do the move I'm going for. I feel silly in the last video in that triple threat match. I was so concerned that I was going to lose. I was so tense. I feel like I barely spoke during that match because I was so focused. And then it turned out to be elimination rules, and I could have just taken it really easy. But never mind. We live, we learn. We live and learn. This whole thing's a learning. Hopefully, stuff like that proves to you guys that I'm not practicing this game off camera at all. Like every time I've touched the controller to play this game in the last 20 years is documented on this YouTube channel. There's been absolutely zero practice off camera. It's very much the only thing I've done off camera was I did a little bit of research into the unlockables and confirmed that yes, Taka Michinoku and Kurgan are two characters that I unlock as I play through. As you'd imagine, given that I'm fighting them, I fought them in this career mode. I don't know how long the career mode is. It's already. I think this match will be my 10th maybe in this season mode so far, this career mode so far, which I think already makes it longer than the Warzone one. The whole 10-minute time limit thing makes me nervous because I really did struggle to wrap up that triangle match in 10 minutes. Again, that was my own fault though. I'm sure if I get another triangle match, I'll have a lot easier time with it. And we'll find out together whether triple threats are in this as a separate thing. Like, is there a version of that where it's three guys and it's just first person to get the pin wins? I'm trying to just chip him away. Yeah, there we go. I wanted to go to the top rope. But Kurgan can take a real beating. Good stuff. Kurgan was around in the WWF for a long time. He originally debuted in, I think, 1996, 1997-ish, as part of the Truth Commission stable. And he wasn't originally called Kurgan, I don't believe. But he's just a big, big dude. And my favourite version of was the Oddities. Rewatching early 1999, like watching my way through every Raw and SmackDown from 1999 quite recently, and all the pay-per-views and stuff. The Oddities didn't make it to pay-per-view very often, but they were on Raw pretty regularly, and I actually find them really entertaining. I think it was a gimmick that had some legs. They did a whole storyline where, like, they had Luna as their female member, and that was Luna's big babyface turn, was that she was in this group of oddballs, and they did this whole thing where they befriended Sable, and it was like this kind of Beauty and the Beast thing, and I actually think it was really nice. It was a really cool storyline, and I think it could have turned these guys into like a mainstay. They could have won the tag belts, and maybe Kurgan could have been Intercontinental Champion or something. But sadly, the company, like it's all a bit backstage drama. But basically, Sable had started to rub loads of people the wrong way backstage, and they turned her heel around the time she posed in Playboy, and they gave her this gimmick where she was like really superficial and really vain and really full of herself and just thought she was too good to be in the WWF. That was all like an inside joke because that was very much how everyone backstage saw her. That was basically what they thought of her in real life. Um, and that kind of killed her association with the oddities, which is a shame because on paper at least, I think the storyline could have worked. I think it could have been decent. I'm going to quickly check the move list because I've just tried to do the mandible claw like 3 times and nothing happened, and I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe just he's grabbing me before I get a chance. I think maybe I need to stun him before I go for it. Which makes the double arm DDT kind of useless to me because if I hit that on him while he's stunned, it seems to wake him up. This is so frustrating. Maybe I just see. I've had this experience with both games so far where I think I get cocky and just assume I can do the moves easily, and then when I can't, I get frustrated and start just pinning people with random moves. There we go, double arm DDT, and he just no sells it. Okay, I really thought that would be, given that he was red, I thought me hitting my finishing move would end it. Okay, never mind. I can't believe I hit the finisher and he just immediately got back up. This big 7 foot galoot. Again, a kind of comedy that he's the exact same height as Mankind here, even though in real life he is a good foot taller than him.
Here's the tie-up. That was pathetically slow. Oh, yes! Yes!
There we go, mandible claw. That should end it. He shrugged off my double arm DDT, but surely the mandible claw will finish it. No, it didn't. What is going on? Kurgan is a monster.
This crowd is deafening. Why don't
Oh,
you get in there and wrestle
I
with
should have
me?
backed off. Okay, double arm DDT.
It's over.
That has to be it. Even with them chanting his name, that has to be it.
Oh, two
No! Oh my god.
pure instinct
I
there.
guess at least it is believable that with this kind of performance, the crowd would be chanting his name. Imagine this in real life: a mid card, like a lower card guy versus a main eventer, and they're going at it, and he shrugs off not one, not two, but three of my finishing moves. That was cool. Double arm suplex off the top rope. That surely has to be
They are
enough.
so fickle. Three.
There we go. Okay, that was. I mean, not tense because I was in good state all the way through, but I can't believe it took 3 finishing moves and he just shrugged all 3 of them off. What a monster! What a beast! What a beast is Kurgan. Okay, Sergeant Slaughter's an odd choice. He's another character who wasn't in the game, but I guess I unlock him. So that's 3 characters I'm going to unlock. I guess that's fun. Okay, so I've left this in because I wanted to see what Sergeant Slaughter's theme song was because at December 1997's pay-per-view D-Generation X, he wrestled Triple H in a boot camp match, and he actually came out to what we would now know as Kurt Angle's theme song. So I was curious if he would have that in this game, but no, it's just his classic WF theme.
The scars on my body will come to you tenfold tonight.
Ever had your head in a vice, maggot? Try the Cobra Clutch.
Quite funny that it's like corporate stooge Sergeant Slaughter. He's in a suit and he looks a bit like Kingpin or the
They tie
Penguin.
up.
That this is like Commissioner Slaughter when he was one of Vince's heel stooges. Because like everyone knows of the Stooges, which is Pat Patterson and Jerry Briscoe, and they were very entertaining and as Vince's like heel lackeys. But everyone forgets that for probably the first 18 months of the Stooges being a thing, there was 3 of them, and Sergeant Slaughter was the third Stooge. And then they took him off TV, I think, because he just whether he didn't want to keep getting beat up by Stone Cold Steve Austin or they realised that his performing days were behind him.
Close
Um,
quarters.
But yeah, that like if you watch a lot of those shows from like 1998, Patterson and Briscoe get beat up by Steve Austin a lot, but Sergeant Slaughter's usually there taking a stunner with them.
The chinny chin, standing there dazed. Come on.
Pretty funny that Shane just called him the chinny chin on commentary. That's mean. He did have a very big chin, but it feels rude to point it out. I can't get over it with the white jacket and like the flower in his lapel and stuff. He really does look like Kingpin or the Penguin. Like he's cosplaying a comic book gangster basically. He's putting up a really good fight, but then he is a former WWF champion. One of the worst WWF champions of all time, but he was WWF champion nonetheless. I don't know what they're chanting. They're chanting in support of Slaughter, but I don't know what they're chanting. It sounds like they're chanting "Screw you." Was it "Screw you"? It kind of sounded like it. Okay. I'm just trying to hit like a variety of different moves. That's a clearer chant. They're chanting Foley. As well they should. I like that we're wearing like mirror matches of the same things. He's wearing like dark pants and like white business attire, and I'm wearing dark pants and white business attire. But mine's is the shabby version, and his is like the nice boardroom version. Those shots, I don't seem to be able to pull those off reliably myself. Like I've hit a couple of times, I've come up with the low blow, but I seem to get clobbered by it every single time they get back to their feet, no matter where I'm standing.
Commissioner Slaughter with the leverage. Tangled up.
So yeah, I don't really know how long this career mode is. Maybe that's something I should look into between videos, just so I can set expectations of how long this career mode series is likely to be. There's 3 championships, and I guess I thought it would be like 1 month per championship, but I'm now deep into I'm at the start of month 2, and I'm still not European champion. I've not even earned the right to appear on Raw and pay-per-view yet, so maybe it'll be like Warzone in the sense that there's quite a lot of build-up, but then you win the championships all pretty close together. Like there's a long run-up, and then you win the Intercontinental title, and then 3 matches later you win the WWF title. Maybe it's the same where there'll be quite a lot of build-up, and then I'll win the European title and the Intercontinental title and the WWF title all within the same month. I'm trying to put him down here, but I don't seem to be fast enough with my button presses to. It's weird because I feel like the first couple of matches I was really reliably locking in the mandible claw every time I went for it, but now I don't seem. I don't know if I'm just not fast enough with my button presses or what, but like that was me going for the mandible claw again, but because the last button is circle, I'm just locking up with him. I wonder why that is. I wonder what I'm doing wrong. I assume it's my fault and not the game's. So I reared back for the mandible claw there, but he blocked it like a big jerk. Maybe like the move list, if I pause it, the move list shows me what moves there are for the position he's currently standing in. So maybe the game is really rigid about, like if I start the sequence of presses before he's in position, it doesn't count. I'm just trying to stun him so I can lock in the mandible claw, but this is frustrating. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, guys. I'm sure it is user error. The crowd are chanting corporate, which the team corporate would have very much been a thing when this game came out. I don't know if was Sergeant Slaughter ever officially a member of Team Corporate. I don't think he was. I think that was. I think he'd kind of ended his on-screen links to Vince right before Vince started pulling together all the heel wrestlers to be in his corporate team. Okay, I'm just clobbering him in the corner. There we go. I think this is my desire not to just win with whatever move I can hit. This is me trying to do my finishing move every time, and I think it's starting to. There we go. There we go. What is it they say? Like ninth time's the charm. I did pull it off a couple of times before that, but he just kept blocking it, which is rude. You know, just take the move, man. It's over.